The California Government Code is very clear, and you've seen it, you've heard about it in Prop 13, Prop 62. When people pass a tax for a special purpose, it can only be used for that purpose. Well, folks here in City Hall at some point decided that they might pull a little scheme and use that money for other things. Those other things included, for example, giving themselves 8% of their salary put into a tax-deferred savings account, paying for medical insurance, paying for salary increases for city council members, for example. And when we brought this to light, their response was, oops, we're going to stop. Well, there was no discussion about paying this money back. It's still illegal, frankly. But these people took the money for their own personal gain. And that, to us, was just nothing that we could keep quiet about. So that's why we're out here. We're going to bring this all to light. I've seen the city's response on their website as far as their press release yesterday, in which they say they need more time to respond. Well, we sent them a letter about this 6 months ago. We filed a tort claim 2 months ago. I don't know how much more time they need to respond. I'm very curious as to what any response could be. It's not any issue of this is maybe wrong or maybe right. This is clearly wrong. And the only question is going to be is who did it and who's going to fall for it. No.
So none of it went to police or fire companies?
No.
It just went to medical insurance or whatever you say your person.
Correct.
$5.7 million on medical insurance?
And deferred compensation savings accounts. And they used over $2 million of interest from this fund to go into the general fund that could be used for other purposes. So I guess from that perspective, maybe some of that money was used for employee salaries, but again, I represent the police officers. We don't handle the books at City Hall. We protect the lives and the residents of the citizens of San Gabriel. It's not our job to decide where the paycheck comes from. We figure they're doing the right thing over here at City Hall.
The implication is the agreement on these labor negotiations. Would you then back off with a lawsuit?
What it would take is for them to return the money into the tax fund, and for those public officials that were aware that that money was gotten by illegal means to return that money to the taxpayers of San Gabriel.
That's a little different than what you said earlier. Earlier you said anybody who benefited would need to return the money to the city. And now we understand that it's quite possible and probable that police officers did benefit also. So would they be also responsible to return the funds?
Well, we can't go to every city employee and say, look, because, for example, the finance director took this money out of this pot illegally and used it to pay your paycheck, that you need to return your paycheck. We can't ask that. The employees were innocent in money. There's no question, but the attitude and the corruption was very similar.
So when they moved this money, did they move the money at public meetings or anything like that?
I'm sorry?
When they moved that money, did they do it at council meetings?
Well, it was, in our review so far, it was adopted by the city council. Each year when they adopted the budget, that was part of the budget. So council members either were aware of this or they were negligent in
Have you filed a complaint with the district attorney? They have a special
we
office?
will be.
It will be filed?
Yes.
When was that?
Next week will be fine.
I'm a citizen here, and outside of the filing and what gets resolved, he made a statement that I wanted to read. And basically, my name is Fabian Valdez, and I'm president and spokesperson of the San Gabriel Police Officers Association. I prepared a statement that I will be reading on behalf of the men and women of the San Gabriel Police Officers Association. I cannot express enough the sadness that we are in the current state of relations with the city. However, as police officers, we believe that we have a duty to seek the truth and present the facts as they are to the citizens of San Gabriel, so that they themselves can form their own conclusions. The San Gabriel community thus far has been extremely supportive of its police officers that serve them, and we thank them, each and every one of them, for their continued support. And an officer, depending on their education, post certificates, bilingual pay, can earn up to, and excuse me just one moment while I get this, can earn up to, I have it here, sorry, I did the math, it was approximately $85,000 a year. Now some officers do work overtime, and that, you know, they earn their money. They come out here, they work, and they do what is needed for the police department. We are down officers, and I want to stress to the citizens, you know, that we are one of the lowest compensated police departments. This $36.5 million, or 2 buildings, a public works building and a police department, at what cost? 27.5 or $27.2 million is the amount of the loan they're going to have to seek to bring this project to fruition. The police officers, day in and day out, talk to community members, talk to business owners, and hear the frustration firsthand of how difficult it is to stay in San Gabriel or do business in San Gabriel. We as police officers understand the relationship between private business and government. You need a viable business community to sustain municipal services.